In the last video, I introduced lens and how to work with your data within the lens. What I did not mention was there are different modes in which you can work with your data. What we were looking at in the previous video was what we call the chart mode. You can also go into table mode. You can look at the compare table or pivot table, but one that will be of particular interest for this particular course will be the values table. Please give it a second while it loads. The value table allows you to look at your data in a tabular view. On the left panel, we have a list of columns and we can perform functions with our columns. You can click this edit button to add more fields or columns. You can also come here to delete columns from your table view. Your table view, just like any other chart or widget or lens, can be included in your dashboard, such as in this particular case with the opportunities dashboard. We have a table here called details. Depending on your use case, the table might seem very simple, but it can be very useful. As much as the graphic user interface is very powerful, you're not always able to perform complex queries to meet your analytics reporting needs, and that's where the query mode comes in handy. By going into query mode, Salesforce allows us to use Salesforce Analytics Query Language, or SAQL, to perform complex calculations and querying on our data. This allows us to meet complex reporting needs, as well as calculating complex KPIs that we would have not necessarily been able to do with the simple graphic user interface. In this simple query, the first line of code loads the dataset that we want to work with. The second line of query generates the different columns that we want to be contained in our query. And the last line of code sets a limit on the number of rows that we can have at a time. We will do a more complex query later on in the videos.